profile, and they'll do it, for a very short period of time, 6 to 8 months. Make sure that the company gets the most benefit from that young person, and then that young person doesn't have any guarantee to long-term employment and potential growth, also isn't contributing to their pension. It's not anything really positive, in my opinion. Okay, there is a sort of win-win situation, but it's really win for the employer exploiting that young person, and a minor win, in my opinion, for the young person. So our philosophy is simple. Get the young person into a career path, get them contributing to society, get them contributing to their pension, get them then experiencing this project, so then they can give back to the next generation. And that's what we really try to infuse, a real volunteer-driven project, real heartfelt project, because we believe in what we do. And it's not only us. We've been able to create a coalition of very high-ranking people in the European Commission, the European Parliament, in NATO, in the private sector, who really believe in what we do. We have a program advisory committee that meets once per month to help shape the program, help find us good speakers, help dig into their own professional pools, and take out CV assessors as volunteers, sort of spreading and amplifying the message and amplifying the impact.
Now, how long does it already exist, this project?
For 1 year.
For 1 year.
Yeah.
Why I wanted to ask that, because do you notice, because you get a lot of youth, of course, do you notice that's there a real problem, let's say nowadays, that youngsters are really unmotivated, that they let's say crash their optimism? Or
now that's hard to answer, because I personally believe that when a young person has finished their degree, they come out with a sense of optimism that they've just completed this 4 years or 6 years of studies, and they're looking forward to starting their professional career, getting a job. But if the external circumstances in which they find themselves make it so that that optimism isn't captured, and that they apply for jobs, don't get jobs, start feeling sad, start feeling depressed, they then fall into a vicious cycle of feeling sad and feeling hopeless. And that's why we wanted to make sure that our project had that inspiration. And at the very beginning of the project, to let those young people who may be feeling really sad, despaired, questioning their own capabilities, know that don't do it. Don't fall into that cycle of despair, because there are people who have been through what you are going through now, and now they're the Canadian ambassador, or now he's the vice president of a company, or some high-ranking figure. And that's what we really wanted to emphasize at the beginning. Believe in yourself. You can do it. Times will change, and there are volunteers, people like us, who are there supporting you every step of the way. Believe in yourself. And just come and take that step with us, and we'll try our best to help you out. This is our philosophy.
It's a nice philosophy, of course, and especially when, like you said, nowadays youngsters, they leave school and they have certain expectations because they just finished the 4-year education, the 4-year bachelor, and they're expecting to have a job immediately. I think that's a given fact. So yeah, I can imagine that the youngsters nowadays are glad that they can get to see the optimism, let's say, about those speakers, and to see that even with the graduation they've done, that it's normal, that it's not that easy to find a job nowadays.
That's it. The question is, it's a bit of expectations management, but we can always intervene there. Sometimes when society is in a rough situation, we become the creators or the problem solvers. And that's what our organization aims to do, is to tackle a problem that's very permanent right now in our, I don't want to say permanent, but pervasive in our society. And it's, I think, doing a lot of harm. And the only, in a lot of dimensions, right? And so we need to step up to the challenge, tackle it, and that's what we're doing. We're doing it as volunteers, 9 to 5 or professionals.
That's the advantage of volunteers, of course, because if you have, let's say, a legit company from the government, it takes time to put things in order. It takes time to change to the market. And when they finally changed, the market has already changed too. So if you're working with volunteers doing it for passion, want to change the things now, it's the best way to go. So
Absolutely. That's our approach, and passion is key in what we do. It's been the reason why what we've started only 1 year ago has in fact become a very large project right now. We haven't really got into the second phase of the project. We've really been speaking of the grassroots project here in Brussels. But in 2 weeks, what we'll be having is a leadership summit whereby we've invited young leaders, activists from all across Europe, from different countries, to Brussels for the whole weekend from November 28th till December 1st, to actually take part in high-level trainings from our program advisory committee, from different partners that we have taking place at the European Parliament, to give them also an idea of the successful concept and very simple concept that we're doing. And it's working, it's creating results, it's helping young people. And we're getting them to actually take that concept back home. So in about 2 weeks, here in Brussels, we're going to have close to 60, 70 young leaders from all across Europe wanting to actually do this back home. Going back home, and when they go back home, we start a campaign to actually raise the awareness on youth unemployment, not only by speaking about it, by taking action. And that's something really that you guys should watch out for, because maybe we should do another interview about this, because I know we can go on, myself and Magali, for hours speaking about the project. But starting after November, we're going to have your future in Rome, your future in Copenhagen, your future in Warsaw, your future in Milan, not only your future in Brussels, because we've decided to train young leaders in this project, in this concept, expand it, roll it out across Europe. And so far, it seems like it's going to be very successful. We have partners like the International Project Management Association partnering with us, the network that we've created through our JCI contacts, which is also a very large international organization. And in 2014, with all of these young guys in their different countries organizing their own projects, we're going to coordinate an effort to organize it on the same week. So the Your Future Week in every country, as much as we can. You know, we may not get every country, but in as many countries where we have these leaders, we're going to do this project, and we're going to do it together so that we can show that through a coordinated effort, people building upon each other's success, we can actually show through our example, so leadership through example, that it's time to step up, help these young people, take action on the grassroots, but think globally, think European, think moving together. And then the week in 2014 when we do it, it will be the week of May 9th. So May 9th is Europe Day. And we want to do it very symbolically, you know, to use that occasion to raise our spirit, you know, raise the issue to a higher level right before even European elections. So we hope to leverage that to show that it's time to care about the youth, and you can't just sweep us under the rug, as they say. And that's the next phase. So watch out for that.
now for the audience listening now, where can we find more info on the internet?
Sure. So our website is www.our-future.eu. So www.our-future.eu.